met because we were both students at U Ottawa studying music in our undergrad. David was playing that piece by Sarajevo, which is one of the pieces that we played tonight. And it had a bunch of electronics, and there was no one else at the university that knew how to work them.
The sound engineering prof at the university introduced us because he said that Julian was interested in that sort of music. And then we started playing some music together, and that's been it. When I was 7 years old, my parents told me that I had to learn to play an instrument of some sort, and the choices were violin, viola, or cello. Everyone I knew was playing either violin or cello, and I decided that I wanted to do something that was different. So I picked the viola.
A couple of years after I started playing classical guitar, I was studying at Cambrian College in Sudbury up in Northern Ontario, and the professor there, his name is Matthew Gould. He's one of my hugest inspirations. Basically, he knew that I was interested in playing early Renaissance and medieval and Baroque music, but then also contemporary music. And he told me that basically he wouldn't keep teaching me unless I bought a 10-string guitar. As soon as I heard a couple recordings of the instrument, I thought it was just the coolest sound, so I basically immediately bought one. The 10-string guitar, it's basically always much more resonant than a traditional 6-string classical guitar. It's warmer, it's deeper, so you have more timbres and colors in sound that you can play with, and that's really what brought me to the instrument as well. When we're talking about new music, a lot of the time people have no idea really what to expect, because the composers could basically write whatever they want, and it's, as a listener, you have to have a lot of bravery to basically go out and decide to go see a night of live music. Because if you go to see a modern art show, for example, you can basically expect one thing, and if you go in and you don't enjoy looking at someone's modern painting, for example, you can walk away. It requires much more bravery with contemporary music, because you're kind of there and you kind of have to spend time listening to it to really know what the composer and the performers are really going for.
I guess I feel similarly to Julian about how the performance was received. It's a somewhat unusual program and a somewhat unusual setup to put into this sort of environment, but it was, I think, ultimately received at the very least positively, and I would like to think that we exposed a number of people to some music that they might not otherwise have heard of.
Probably never have heard
which is all that I suppose you can hope for. There were some moments where I was definitely confident that there was a good musical gesture being created. So I think, on the whole, I'm fairly satisfied with. I think my thought is that when it comes to contemporary music, one simply has to be willing to to be open to some potentially radically unusual approaches to what music can be, and to realize that not every piece of contemporary music that a person might hear might be necessarily successful in what it's trying to do, but that it's working towards or is an experiment in some sort of avant-garde musical idea that is worth exploring, even if it wasn't perfectly executed on the part of the composer. So
Or the performer.
My name is David.
My name is Julian.
I play viola,
I play a 10-string guitar.
and together we are Duo 10-4.
Thanks, guys. We are Duo 10-4.